No, last year we came to the show with Christine,
Right.
and that proved that an inner rim drive was a seriously capable table. The problem with Christine, of course, is the size, weight, mass, and cost. You know, 75,000 for 200-pound table is quarter horsepower. We had it designed somewhat, and that's a DC servo motor, and it's a 3-phase DC servo, and then we started building Onyx. And Onyx was, the challenge with Onyx, of course, was to control that motor's vibration, because it's a lot lower cost than the motor.
Sure.
So we use the Mike 6 with Plint, which is a high damping aluminum, very rare material. You use it for tooling, for clamping stuff on big machines that takes up vibration. Then we have to build the big mass around it, directly coupled inside. That platter has a groove inside it, and the trick is right here in that groove in the bearing. So we have specialized equipment. We hold that platter, we machine the drive groove. The entire platter is diamond machined, including the bore for the carbide bearing. That's solid carbide, same as Christine. Put together, the round between those two is in the millions. It's actually measurable. The only thing you're measuring is any material out around us, which is limited to just about zero. Platter is an oilite, so it's lubricated for life. Put it together once. It has a single drive coupling only. That has a triple ring. Onyx has one, which lends to its really black background. Not that this is a compromise, but that's the ultimate design. And
That's 15,000.
That's 15,900. But at that point, now that the platter in there is very special to its big game. It's actually a 2024 platter. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of copper, and there's damping material I developed. Another layer of copper, and then carbon fiber. Quiet, dynamic, rigid. It's an absolute rigid design table. I had an onboard arm initially. It sounded great, but I thought, well, let's just make a remote pod, see what happens. Well, there was the magic right there. Once we decoupled that tone arm from the big assembly, it went dead quiet, and dynamics went just through the roof. And so we started building them, I guess, in January this year, and the first dozen are gone. And 12 are gone. We've got 5 more in production. A few of them are spoken for already. So,
That's
but
nice.
we're able to build plenty of tables. It's not a restriction. We could do 5 to 10 a month. It's not a big problem. We have the capacity of the machinery. But from there, then the challenge came. Now, how do you do that at that price? At the 5 to 8,500 range. Then it became, okay, this is totally now engineer this differently. The motor needs to be removed from the rotating assembly. Can't use carbide, it's too expensive. You need the same properties. So we had a cobalt. Cobalt is high-speed steel. Essentially cutting tool at 100 plus Rockwell. It can't bend, it can't flex, it can't move, and it can't vibrate. And we still use oilite. We actually machine the round part of that plinth, the aluminum housing, forged oilite, rough machine it, cryogenics, liquid nitrogen, and it goes back on the machine, finish it, plus or minus 20 minutes. The rotating assembly, you look at the clearance from the platter and the plinth, you can't even see it, because it's critical that there's no gap there. It makes a lot of noise, that little gap. So if you look at the actual tolerance in here, and I had to give it some gap because they get some oil in there, so it's the platter down. So you have extreme tolerance there. The critical part of this table is right here. So we have to have the run out here has to be less than 0.0003, 3/10 of 1,000, which is actually 30th of a hair. This little guy here has to have bearings here, here, and here to stop this kind of movement.
Right.
They have to be dead parallel. The only thing that GEM needs is a flat surface. The motor, all the energy is right down to here. Touch here, 0. Again, we decoupled the tone arm. For an absolute, the background is almost 0. What you hear is mostly the vinyl, if there's anything. That good vinyl, you'll hear literally nothing. So we brought this to market and have a look back. So we
When is it
proved
to market?
this 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. So it's
We
brand
sold
new.
out.
First production run.
Yeah, first production run gone. We're on the second run of 15 now. And the point is the concept works perfect. Rim drive directly coupled, nothing in between, and that produces that dynamics, and we're not spending $50,000. And Chris and I worked really hard to make it happen.
Imagine.
Absolutely. we're really happy about it. So we're here now and here to stay.
Good.
Hopefully we can keep up the good work and the quality. And
Wonderful.
so REM drive does work, and it is so quiet. People are actually competitors, and I don't. They're saying they're noisy. They're rumbles, and it's the exact opposite.
Well, the old ones did. I mean, I
Yes,
have a 401,
absolutely.
and they made noise, but they also had pluses.
And they had so many pluses that
that
countered that noise.
Exactly.
I would accept that noise any day with that direct drive sound.
The Pratt.
The dynamics, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now you've just engineered it better, and obviously it's
We took the old right way to do it and did it current technology using the right electronics, the right machining, the right materials.
that sounds right. Gee,
Sounds right, hey?